and $500,000 on the line. Just me, my draft instincts, and zero accountability if things go sideways. Let's get it rolling. Yo! What's happening, everybody? Here we go. It is draft night here on Too Much Best Ball, a Too Much Fantasy Football affiliate on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Yes, we are happy to be back. I'm excited. We are waiting for this draft to fill up as we're waiting for this lobby to fill up here. Watching the show, we can't... It's me, folks. It is just me. Like I said, no accountability for what's going to happen here tonight. It is me, a best ball draft, and then you truly listening in. Appreciate you being here. Yep, we're going to be drafting here on Drafters. It is 20 rounds. It is single quarterback. It is all of the fun. And folks, if you haven't jumped on Drafters like I have this summer, it has been a blast, and we're getting ready for a hell of a summer because it is best ball time. If you're looking for that drafter code, it's FSAN. If you're a first-time user, it's up to a $100 match on 100%. Gotta love that, right? Get you started with as small as $20 is up to $100. Get you that double up match. So I can't wait to be in here, waiting for 10 more people to jump in the draft with us. So give it just a few minutes while we wait for that to fill up. How we doing, folks? Hopping in the chat. Let me know what we're doing, where we want to go. If I'm screwing up, let me know. Brandon couldn't make it. He had some family stuff to attend to. So like I said, all rules are off here, folks. We're going to have a great freaking time. All right, fill it up. Come on, let's go. If you want to draft with me, the draft, like I said, we're looking for 10 more people in this tournament draft. So go ahead and hop on in there for all the fun that we will be having. Let me go ahead and make sure we're good there. Bada boom, join. Oh, and folks, I think it's starting. Oh, wait, nope, never mind. Not yet. Oh, man. Yeah, so best ball, folks, where are we? Matthias, and how we doing? You got this, don't draft. Hey, I'm going to try not to draft stupid picks. That's why you're in here, going to help me out, making sure we don't screw this up too badly. Still waiting. So like I said, if you weren't drafting over on Drafters, we are drafting in the main event, $2.5 million in prizes up for grabs. Yeah, we're going to be doing this the best we can. Doing it here, let me get you up here, man. Don't draft stupid picks. Matthias coming in here with the smart takes here. Just don't draft stupid picks. You don't lose if you do that, right? 100%. Ooh, there we go. Draft juice, as I like to call it. Come on, folks, where are we at? 10 more to join. Y'all are busy watching. You need to be jumping in there. Let's draft. Today we will be talking about a lot of correlation stuff, a lot of stacking because it is the big tournament. It's usually the way we need to go to bring these things down. Let me bring up. Bam! There we go. So we've got our little cheat sheet down there waiting for us next to us. It's the playoff berths. Got to have those matches. Got to have the correlation pieces with all those teams. So I've got mine here ready on the screen, ready to draft as soon as we can get this bad boy filled up. 2 more in the lobby. Just looking for 8 more to fill this out. If you didn't hear, FSAN is the draft code. But yeah, no Brennan. It's just me. So I'm excited. I get to take the training wheels off. Get to go full force tonight. Go buck wild as I want to. We've been doing a lot of Genty and Bowers drafting lately, getting a lot of the end of the first round, beginning of the second round. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, maybe we can get a little mix up here on this draft, maybe get somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the end. And then here's the anticlimactic part, folks. Waiting for these drafts to fill. What are y'all doing? Come on. It is a Sunday evening. Maybe it's dinner time for y'all on the West Coast, but no, we're having a blast. Oh, Grindberg's in the house. How you doing, man? Got a meeting to prep for, don't you? That's right. That's what we do here. We put it off, and we soak up the good stuff. But yeah, I am very excited here. It's beginning of June. I was just looking at ADP movements, at least for Underdog, which we're not drafting on tonight. But funny enough, could you guess which player has moved the most in ADP over the last 3 weeks? Well, yes, that's right. The Madden covers come out. The curse of the running back is being talked about right now. Saquon Barkley's on the cover, and if you can believe it, the player that's moved up the most in the last 3 weeks is Will Shipley, the backup running back there for the Eagles. So, I mean, what are we taking here? Drafters, hey, Brian, good luck on your draft. Just so you know, there are no playoffs in this context. It's total point scoring 1 through 17. There we go, drafters, looking out for me, helping us out, making sure we understand the rules fully, because maybe somebody didn't read them all. It's this guy. That's this guy. I just got excited. Referral code. Yes, it is FSAN if you're looking for the referral code for drafters. Typically, they do a 50% match up to $100, but with our code, we will do up to 100% match. FSAN, going ahead, hop in over there, hit that, get you started up so you can slip into these tournaments. We're waiting for this one to fill just a few more slots here until we got this thing kicked off, rocking and rolling here on a Sunday evening. But yes, Drafters Fantasy, everybody, that's where all the fun is being had this summer. I'm having a blast. Like I said, like the biggest difference here for me over our underdog summer we had last year, it's that 20th pick. You get 2 more picks in this tournament. You also get the full PPR. So, I mean, there's David Montgomery. I don't know that I've clicked him yet in this format just because it's the lack of receptions that you know he's going to get. Touchdown King, absolutely, give him that crown. But here in PPR, I am sniffing out for those guys that I want to get to be able to catch the ball. So your little week 16, 17, 18 schedule cheat sheet isn't as important as on contest. That's how we differ from you. See, look at that, folks. They're helping us, giving us a different game. So you got to stack up all of those the correlation pieces. Not here, folks. I mean, we're still going to correlate a little bit, but it's not necessarily that we're looking to correlate with the playoff matchups. Is that we're going to be looking to correlate the players themselves, making sure that we still can hit those really big boom games, because that's what you need. You know, it's essentially a 1 in a million ticket shot that you're trying to get the big cash prize, the $500,000 to take down this giant tournament here on Drafters. All right, come on. We just need a few more people. Almost there. I know, folks, you don't want to draft with me. I totally get it. You're waiting for the next tournament. I get it. You just want to watch this one. But we are rocking and rolling here. Oh, man. All right, let me get that pulled up. Sweet. Yeah, we can go ahead and get rid of the cheat sheet. We don't need it, folks. We don't need it. Oh, man. But yeah, like I said, Will Shipley has been one of the biggest risers that I've seen in Best Ball ADP, and you've got to think. Look here, it's a Sunday. We're having fun on Drafters, on Too Much Best Ball. We're having reads the rules. You know what? I started reading the rules. I swear I got like halfway through it, and I was like, oh, I know this. I got this. You know. But I gotta love the difference here. You know, rather than us absolutely obsessing over those playoff matchups, we don't have to do that here. It's Drafters, a little bit more chill. Shipley sucks. I don't draft bad players. Hey, other people are. Looks like you're being able to take advantage of the ADP jump from him, because when he goes up, that means other guys are going down. So tell me, man, who are you taking? Who are your late round running backs that you're taking then if you're not taking Shipley? Because I'd be lying to say if I don't have a piece of Shipley, but I'm not exactly hitting it hard, but I'm also not going after Saquon Barkley a whole lot. He has been a player that I've had to not necessarily fade, because I'm not doing it on purpose, but I like to jump around there, especially in those early spots. Last year, I didn't take a lot of CMC. Paid off for me well. But I took Tyreek a lot more over Jamar Chase, and yeah, that didn't play out well. But the reading of the room of CMC, just the diehard 101, that was a win. So I'm still trying to apply that in here in this season, in this Best Ball summer. So I am trying to take a few bites out of the Saquon, but I don't see him being heavily exposed to me. So I think it's like 8%, 6%, somewhere right in there is like average for exposure rate. Probably going to be closer to that 4% for Saquon for me. But then again, that also depends on where you land when they do the auto draft, because unfortunately, I feel like I just land right in those same few spots. I do it every year I play Best Ball. I feel like I get fed into just a few spots, and then a month goes by, and then you get another spot. So like I said, hopefully we get a little mix up here and get something different. All right, we just got another one into the main event, folks. If you are listening in, you want to jump along, draft with me, snipe some players, I mean, you got the advantage, that's for sure, because I'm just going to be running my mouth talking about everything that we're going to be doing here. Mathiasen, where you at, buddy? Come on, give me those running backs. Who you taking late? You a Jarquez Hunter guy? I feel like you might be a Jarquez Hunter guy. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it there. All right, come on, Best Ball. Let's fill it up. Where's Joe? Joe was jumping in us last time. He hit me over his knee, spanking me a little bit, taking it to me. All right. Let me get some other cheat sheets up here. Because, yeah, like I said, as we aren't exactly going for the tournament correlation, we are going to look for something as far as some of these players, making sure we get quarterbacks and wide receivers, players that are playing on the same team. So when you do have those blow-up games, you can really reap the benefits. Fans, teams say their backup running back wide receiver could be another team's number one RB wide receiver. Yeah, no one is saying that about Shipley. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Even coming out last year, he was a speculative ad, probably like third and fourth rounds in dynasties. I don't know that I got a piece. I might have gotten one somewhere in one of my rebuilds, but he, yeah, I'm right there with you, man. He's he's not taking anybody's job on another team. He is locked in as a backup there. Oh, folks, we're getting closer. Just a few picks away. Trying to think of other running backs that I'm really hitting there late. Tyrone Tracy was one that Brennan and I were both really infatuated with last year. There's a couple other guys we don't have to mention because they didn't do a whole lot, but I haven't quite found this year's Tyrone Tracy. I like a lot of Jarquez Hunter, what he has to offer, but it seems like a lot of people do because that ADP keeps jumping up little by little each week. So as we approach this time, honestly, I think we're just waiting for a contract from Kyron. If we can get a contract signed for Kyron between now and the beginning of the season, that ADP is going to absolutely drop for Jarquez Hunter, but doesn't mean you should fade him. We had Kyron in some pretty inefficient numbers last year. He's not a huge catcher of the ball, just because that's not where they throw the ball in that team. And now that we have talks of Terrence Ferguson, their second-round tight end that was drafted this year, possibly being involved more, that could lead us to some issues. But folks, we're just one away. Here we go. We're getting closer. I just need one more person to hop in there so that we can get on this part. Look at that. Whoop, there it is. Gotta love drafters. Here we go. And my favorite little caveat that I'm finding here on drafters is this one right here. Yeah, let's start the draft early. We can all just agree together. Just click that button. Come on, everybody else. We got 3 at 12. Either way, we're waiting a minute and 40. Worst case scenario. Drafting at 8, folks. We did it again. All right, so we taking the neighbors Bowers stack again. The Genty. Who's the wide receiver we've been taking? AJ Brown. It's, I swear, this like 6 to 10 is what I've been consistently drafting. So, if anything, hopefully I'm perfecting it at this point and we can get this rocking and rolling. As far as like what I'm looking for here, this is again, it's 3 wide receivers you're starting. It's full PPR. So I'd love to grab a wide receiver. Take CMC. Dude, if he's there, that's what I was about to roll down. Love taking a wide receiver here in the first round, just getting me a stud. But if we can get a running back, especially a pass catcher like a Bijan, a Jahmyr Gibbs, a CMC, that's where we're going. I'm taking him over Ashton Genty. I'm taking him over. I mean, Derrick Henry's a little farther in ADP here on drafters, but yeah, CMC. I'm taking the risk this year. The rest rate is way different. He's a year off the injury. They've got a vastly better schedule. I'm with you, Matthias, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna take CMC. Thoughts on Devonta Smith, Swift, and a 26-second for London. It's not terrible. I imagine if you're trading and getting Swift, that means you're going to be... Oh, wait, are you trading away Devonta Smith? Because I love London. I have been going after London way too much in Dynasty lately. So I might not be the best person to ask because I've been paying a lot. But I'm trying not to overpay, and that's the key. I ended up starting a startup draft this offseason just so I can get another share of London. But so you're essentially upgrading Devonta Smith and giving away 26-second Swift. If you're competing, that 26 seconds going to be low, I'd go for it. I think the gap between Devonta Smith and London is fairly significant. But Devonta Smith, who knows what we're going to hear with AJ Brown? How much longer he's going to be on this team? I know he's still going to be great, but God, you think the cap's got to come after them here eventually. All right, we are off Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson's first 2 picks. We got Saquon Barkley there. Madden cover. Oh, take a little sip of water. Their Drafters Fantasy. It is flavored water with a small percentage of something in there, it looks like. But there we go. CeeDee Lamb coming up next on number 4. Moving on down the line. So we're looking like Bijan, Gibbs, CMC. We're guaranteed to get one of them. Right? But yeah, I'm down. Let's go running back early. We've been going, I think, wide receiver in most of these live streams we've been doing on that first picks. Oh, crap. Oh, man. Puka, Malik Neighbors, or CMC. I think all three picks are a just absolute smash here at the 8th spot, so I'm going to be plenty happy with any of them. Folks, where are we going? That's right. Buddy Mathiason's helping us out. We're going to go Christian McCaffrey here. We're going to start off running back. I love it. Let's go big. Let's lean back into him. Go big or go home. Could he get hurt again? Absolutely. Is he another year older? Absolutely. But the years he's played, the years he has played, dominant force there. And in this format, I think he just fits so freaking well. And we should be able to get a wide receiver on the way back. If we can get ourselves a A.J. Brown, a Lad McConkey, I take Rashee Rice over Garrett Wilson. I'm trying to fall back in love with Garrett Wilson, but it's wavering a little bit. Puka Neighbors goes next. We got Genty following that. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Can't forget the Saint. Come on. Detroit fans would have my head if I forgot that. And BTJ going there at the turn. Derrick Henry and Genty. That is some heavy, that's some bully ball, best ball right there to start off with those two running backs. Drake London's gone, so we're looking at, now we could take some Brock Bowers action here. Go ahead and grab that tight end, fully secure it, but we would be going no wide receiver up until pick 32. And folks, if you're hoping to have a live host, a drafter host that's going to be able to do that and really take you to the promised land, that's not going to be me. I'm playing scared tonight. I can't do it. I can't pull the trigger on Brock Bowers. Oh, man, Lad McConkey or Rashee Rice. Folks, I'm going to go Rashee Rice unless you talk me into Lad. Any takers? All right, Mathiason, you're controlling the draft. Here we go. My buddy's popping up. Let's say it. Lad, there it is. Honestly, it's probably some of the best things about these live drafts. Y'all make me swerve away from some of the players that I just regularly click on player after player. Took way too much Rashee Rice. I did like a 30% exposure last year. I thought I was set for the championship after the first 4 weeks, and bye-bye. That didn't do too well. So that's why you don't want to put your exposure too high to some of these players. No matter how good, go all white. I don't think there's enough players in the league. But yes, Rashee Rice, there he goes. 2 picks after me. Lewis here with sneaky stacks. Nix, Harvey, Ingram. I've got a good share of that. A good amount. Because I feel like Harvey, there's a gap disparity between some of these running backs. You're going to get through like running back 12, 13, and then it's a bunch of these late wide receiver 2s, mid wide receiver 3s, and then Harvey just pops up. So I'm finding myself clicking him quite a bit. And yeah, the Nick stack here on Drafters, it's so wild watching the quarterbacks here. Because some of these rounds, they are just popping off like nothing else. And I'm just going for the budget guys later on. And then there's other times where they fall. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't want to be the guy that takes multiple quarterbacks in the first 10 rounds, first 8 rounds. But when they just fall to you, it's hard to let them go. Pretty big running back run here goes after Bowers. We got Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, JT. 3 very talented running backs. 3 running backs we've seen do well. But their price scares the bejeebers out of me. It just doesn't feel like something that I want to buy a lot into. I'm going to have some, of course. You want to have some exposures, but just all 3 players feel like they're being drafted at or right near their ceiling. I don't know that any of these 3 can finish. Actually, without a whole bunch of injuries, I don't think any of those guys can finish in the top 5. Just situationally, I just don't think it. There we go. The guy with Barkley and Brown had to take JSN there. I was hoping he was going to double up or triple up running back just to see how that unfolded. Next up, we got the Lamb, Irving, Higgins. We got Bijan, Bowers. Where does he take? I know, but I'm a Vikings fan. J.J. McCarthy's going to ball with the weapons. And who hasn't balled out with the KOC is the question. We hear us reference all of these quarterbacks that he's had, all these subpar players, and he continues to get it done. So how can you go away from J.J. McCarthy? And he's got a little wiggle room with his legs. He may not be getting his 500 yards, but 250, 300, it's not too shabby. All right, I'm going Marv, unless somebody stops me. You got question marks on Tyreek Hill. Mike Evans is who he is, and I'm not taking another running back right here. So let's do it. Let's go for Marv in year 2. I love me. You like Evans. too late, buddy. I swerved and went Marv. I like Evans too. I do really think that his role is supplanted there. I mean, you've got nothing but freaking slot wide receivers with Chris Godwin and Emeka Egbuka that they just drafted in the first round. And a rookie from last year. It's escaping my mind. Doesn't matter. We're not drafting him anyway. But yeah, I do like Evans, at least just for one more year. It does seem like his role is going to be secure there. They're gonna get things done. But Marv, man, it's this year 2 running wide receivers. Absolutely can tear into for the value. Mr. Magic, the number 1 breakout player in fantasy football will be. Oh man. Can't even narrow it down. Give me a position to go off of. I don't know. Is it? I've been going through my projections, and I'm not gonna lie. I've been tinkering since I got like through 2/3 of the way. It's wait. We'll be right back, Mr. Magic. Dyson, we're having conversations here. Hill or Kyron here? Ooh, no Devonta Smith. No love for Devonta Smith. You know what? Like we said, go big or go home with CMC. I think Tyreek Hill is that go big or go home moment for us, so I like it. Jaden Daniels is also there. I don't necessarily want to grab a quarterback here early. George Kittle. ADP is jumping. He is mid to early 4th round right now, and I'm heartbroken because I loved when I was getting him at the 5-6 turn, or 4-5 turn. So let's go ahead and grab Tyreek Hill before I talk my way out of or into auto draft. Teams lining up pretty good. CMC, Ladd, Marv, and Tyreek Hill. If he's got anything left in the tank, if this offense can produce just a minute amount that we got from them in 2022 and 2023, I think it should be a hell. All right, Mr. Magic, put me on the spot. I was just trying to stall there with the running back or wide receiver. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of who we had. I'm big on Kenneth Walker this year. I really hadn't been on the Kenneth Walker train this past year, but not that his ADP is very far. I'm trying to think of other guys we've been talking about. Aaron Jones, I am on the fence with. I want to be back in this year just with the ADP and the pass catching ability. They brought in Jordan Mason, who should get a good amount of the rushing work. So pass catching, he'd be great in this format. Wide receiver, I'm like I said earlier, Drake London guy. Big fan of him, but he's not really. Yeah, I guess Ricky Pearsall would probably be someone I'm looking at. Jacoby Myers I'm a big fan of as well. Just he should be the wide receiver 1 for that team, even though he's not going to be the number 1 pass catcher. But yeah, let's go Ricky Pearsall, Mr. Magic. Let's talk about him. I think he's one of my favorites to bust out. He's coming back with JJ. Will have a Mahomes-like sophomore season. I hope you're talking early Mahomes and not these past 2 years, because that just won't happen for us. But yeah, breakout for JJ McCarthy. I'm excited. They have so many weapons on that offense, whether it be the running backs, the tight end, the wide receivers. They added Kai Felton in the draft. They have Naylor there as well. So he's set up. And the offensive line, they stole 2 Colts from the offense to aid the offensive lines. They got their center. They got another guard they added, and then their left tackle that tore his ACL last year. He'll be back as well. So yeah, Minnesota is set up right. It's just that schedule that could give them some issues. So here we come. Pick number 5 coming up. Think you favor Jennings over Ricky. I don't hate it, especially because, well, no, actually ADPs, they were a lot closer just a week ago. You got Jawan Jennings coming in there at 59 and then Ricky at 72. I think just that alone, I like Ricky. You know, just because you're getting just a little bit more of a discount, I do think I like him more, but I don't think that he's going to blow it away. All right, so there's RJ Harvey. We were talking just a little bit ago about what a stack we could get. We passed on the second running back there in the 4th, so Joe Mixon. Did you just see Nick Chubb sign there? What's thoughts there? I like Burrow. Matthias, and he's asking how I feel about Burrow. I do like Burrow. I just don't really like paying the price. He's going to be another guy I probably own closer to like 3 to 4% Burrow. I'm going to take him a few times. But without that rushing upside, there's no way the defense can be that bad again, right? There's no way, probably. But just so many things went right for Joe Burrow last year. It's hard to bet on that on a consistent basis. So I like Burrow. I'm just not taking a whole hell of a lot of them at this point in time. If we can get a few more, because who's going behind him? Patrick Mahomes. You got Baker Mayfield rushing upside. Justin Fields rushing upside. Kyler rushing. Bo Nix rushing. Brock Purdy. Just, when you weigh the upsides of some of these other guys, the prices, the fact that it's single quarterback, I just don't find myself jumping at Joe Burrow. But who knows? If we had T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, and the way it seems like he's dropping a little bit, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But as it sits, we've got Harvey and CMC at running backs, Lad McConkey, Marv, and Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. A couple different directions we could go here. I don't mind Jordan Addison. We can't really get anybody to stack with Joe Burrow, so I don't know if I like that necessarily. Oh, man. Am I about to do it? We're about to take Ricky? We're about to take Slick Rick. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it. Auto pick this, but that's fine. We're cool. I'm cool with Ricky. I'm happy with it, especially as my wide receiver 4. Again, we're going for these year 2 wide receivers. That kind of seems to be the theme we've got here between Ladd, Marv, and Ricky Pearsall. Oh, and CMC. Team correlation. Look at that. Ooh, bam. And that leaves us Purdy to go get later. Look at that. It's all coming together. I'm all in on Calvin Ridley. That's one player I want to leave with in every draft. I've drafted a good amount of them. I do like the take on Calvin Ridley. As somebody who took a decent amount of them last year with Mr. Mayo, I took a lot of Will Levis as my second and third quarterback last year. It hurt me a little bit. Over Addison, lost faith for the next 60 seconds. I don't blame you. We teeter, we totter a little bit here. Oh, Jordan Addison finally went there at pick 6-11. It's not necessarily that I hated him. I kind of see him right in the same breath. Both those guys can be kind of fringe wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s for you. It's just, I don't know. I guess I don't have one or the other. Like I said, the correlation comes here with San Francisco, so it mends in pretty well. But yeah, Calvin Ridley, I don't mind taking it. I guess positive with Cam Ward. He's a first overall pick. He likes to go for the big ball, and Calvin Ridley likes to go down deep for some big action. So I think in best ball formats, definitely Calvin Ridley needs to be looked at. Which quarterback would you want in a 4-point touchdown format out of Kyler, Nix, Williams, May, and Purdy? Ooh, probably Bo Nix. Like 4 and 6 point, it matters a little bit, but not really a whole hell of a lot for me. So I don't weigh too much into it. But just as far as like upside, man, I think Nix has the highest ceiling. May and Kyler are going to be there as well. Oh, Caleb Williams, man, that is a polarizing pick there. He's going exactly where he was last year. So we clearly did learn a lesson, but there's a lot has changed. But yeah, I think I'm taking Nix just as far as highest overall ceiling. They added weapons to that offense. The defense is going to be great. He's going to be set up for every situation in the world. I would take Addison over Flowers. I have Flowers. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely taking Addison over Flowers. Flowers just doesn't inspire a whole lot for me. He is what he is. Lamar threw 41 touchdowns last year. I think Zay Flowers had 4 of those. So it's not great when you can't see him come down with more. Granted, Mark Andrews had a 90% catch rate on his end zone targets. He's never been anywhere. It's double what he usually does. So take that for what it is. Aaron Jones is sitting there as a pass catching option as far as the running backs go. Stephon Diggs, white powder be damned. Darnell Mooney excites me as well. Oh, man. We're just talking about quarterbacks. I got a little time before I have to pull the trigger on that. What are we thinking here, folks? Oh, shoot. Took too long. Quinshon Judkins. That's twice. So, folks, first rule of drafting. Fill a queue. Especially when you're on a live stream. Judkins. I don't love the pick here. Just going to say it. I don't love the pick. Isaiah Pacheco seems like a guy who has just as much opportunity as Judkins. I know that Stefanski wants to run the crap out of the ball. But will they be able to? They don't have an easy schedule. Despite finishing as bad as they did, they don't have an easy schedule. A lot of that comes from 6 of their games are coming in-house. So that kind of scares the bejeebers out of me. Touchdown. Yeah, he could absolutely be a touchdown guy down there and crushing it, but how many opportunities does he have? I might actually be more into Dylan Sampson, who has one of the highest deltas in change in ADP over the last 3 weeks. Dylan Sampson has fallen, I think, 17 or 18 spots in ADP over the last 3 weeks. So that's something I feel like I'm more into grabbing just because they're going to be in those situations with, looking for dump offs. We're still waiting to find out who the quarterback is fully for that team. But Judkins, great talent. I think I'm going to be all over him next year and in the following years. But this year, I just don't see myself really falling in love with him based on just opportunity. Mooney and Diggs both went there. I was looking at them the last one. Tight end. I don't really... God, it's going to be hard. Do we take the risk? I really want Purdy, but I don't know if he's going to come back to us. Do we take him early? You know what? Let's take Bo Nix. Let's take Bo Nix. We got RJ Harvey. And then we're guaranteed to have at least a quarterback from this area. And if we come back, maybe we double dip with a little Purdy action in the next one. But tight end I wasn't looking at because I don't want Travis Kelce. Here, we'll start Purdy and Ingram, and we'll double dip. Just like who's our boy up there talking about the Denver stack. Yeah, we're going to go for it. Tyler's in the chat. What's happening, man? Glad you're hanging out with us. Of course, Tyler's going to come in the back half. He wants to see me draft Isaac Tesla. Not yet, man. 20th round. Here we come. You grabbing Chubb if he goes to Texans? I am not. I was kind of out on Mixon this year, and I think this just leads me into just, I'll pass. Not really into it. No thanks. I don't really know what Chubb has to offer except stealing goal line work from Mixon. They also traded up in the draft to get Woody Marks, a pass-catching running back. It's a lot of speed, so a lot of questions up there. You guys rock. Hit the like, sub. Thank you, BHS Cardinal. Appreciate you being in there helping do my job because sometimes I forget to say hit the like button, the subscribe button, all that stuff down there. Keeps us rolling, keeps the lights on, and, gives me somewhere to go. Which rookie running back not named Ginty or Hampton do you want to redraft? I mean, a lot of it has been Harvey. It's hard to avoid that altogether. Scattaboo, I've been taking a good amount just because of the whatcha-jig. Sorry, I looked away and got distracted. Comments are rolling. But yeah, Scattaboo I do like because I found myself taking a lot of neighbors early on. Just like I said, I've been going a lot in the 108 spot to start off, so he has just been a correlating piece as far as team. Broget Mason, you need a running back. What do you mean you need a running back? We got 2 starters. We got 3 running backs. The third one I'm kind of on. McCaffrey and Harvey, they're going to carry my team. They're going to put me. They're going to be on my back, and we're just going to be carrying it. We got this. Love the McConkey pick. You should have seen us sweating, Tyler. Almost didn't take it. But Lewis, yes, we were riding with that Denver stack. You got this, yeah. Mathiasen, thank you, Tyler, because, this was the brains behind the lad pick. I was going to fade. I know. What was I thinking? Here we go, coming up. 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers, a quarterback. Do we play bully ball? Do we try and see if we can get Purdy on the way back? We need some wide receivers. Rashad Bateman. We got Higgins, Pittman. No one really blows the tires off. We're going to do it. I'm going to play bully ball. Let's take Ingram here. Get us a tight end because we don't have one yet. And I think I can get Purdy on the way back. And then we're just going to hammer the crap out of some running backs and wide receivers after that because we got to catch up. But I like the studs we have. McConkey, Pearsall, Hill, Marv. Yes, we can get it done with that. And then even if Judkins doesn't do much as my RB3, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I've got Harvey and McCaffrey, 2 guys that should be in the top 5 as far as targets are concerned for the running back position. So here we go. Jonnu Smith, a little bit of a tight end run with him and Andrews and Ingram. Scatabo goes. Come on, Purdy on the way back. Purdy on the way back. Folks, if we get Purdy, we're done with quarterback. We're going to lock it up on a 20-round draft. We're going to call it with 2 quarterbacks, and we're going to load it up with some running backs and wide receivers. Come on. I can't even read his name to say, but we got Mike after that, so hopefully Mike doesn't screw us here on the turn. Brent, Judkin's going to win championships. Yes, I agree. 2026, 2027, that dude is going to win some chips. Now, I like the talent. I'm extremely excited for where he landed. The talent, I don't know how well this team is going to perform. I don't think they're going to be in game scripts where he can truly get 15 plus carries. You know, how many games is that truly going to happen when we still have Dylan Sampson there? They have, my gosh, Jerome Ford there as well. I worry, I guess. Javonte Williams goes in a nice little 3-pack. This guy's gone Warren, Scadapo, Javonte Williams. Wow. He's got 3 wide receivers, Neighbors, London, and Hunter. I don't have the stones to start off like that. Look at that, folks. We played bully ball, and Brock Purdy's going to fall to us. Ah, man. Yeah, Bashaw Tootin. He's there at the running back position. I don't. Okay. For some reason, I thought he took him. Yeah, we're going to take Purdy here. We're going to lock up our quarterback position. We're going to be done for the draft. Unless I take somebody with the 20th pick, just like a shot in the dark. I really don't think we'll need anything. But we've got a good amount of correlation. We've got 3 San Francisco pieces. We've got 3 Denver pieces now at this point. Let's get it on. Let's get it rolling. Hot take. Dak and Fields will end up top 5. So Fields on a per game basis, I think Fields easily can do that. You're probably asking Brian, how's he not going to play the whole season then? Because I don't know. Is it Tyrod Taylor? No, it's not. So outside of injury, I really don't see how Justin Fields' job gets taken away from him this year. And on a per game basis, he crushes it. So I think it's easily possible for him to end up in the top 5. I've got him right around like 8 and 9 for whatever reason. I'm not really sure because I love the per game stats. Dak, yeah, he's a guy I've got in my top 12 this year. I have him as one of my players that can exceed ADP drastically. I'm all for some Dak stacks, and it seems like nobody else really wants to jump in there. So, yeah, Mr. Magic, I'm here for it, man. And there goes Dak there at the 10-10 spot. Fantasy Football Advice Network coming in with sign up on Drafters with code FSAN to get 100% deposit match with us up to $100. That sounds like a hell of a deal. I would love to do that. Thank you very much, Fantasy Football Advice Network, which of course I'm following and subscribing to and all that other fun stuff. You know what I mean? Lewis, grab Ingram. Everyone knows you're going to do it. Dude, I already got him. Come on, look at that right there. I got him back to back with Nix. Just like I asked. Nix, or you asked. I got Harvey, Nix, and Ingram. See that, Lewis? That was for you. That was for me. One of those little heart things. How do the kids do it? Yeah. It's for you. I got you. All right, here we go. Running backs, wide receivers, flying off the board. What are we looking at, folks? Little Tajay Spears. I like Jack Besh. Hollywood Brown. Talk to me about injuries, huh? Oh, Cedric Tillman. You think we can get back with some Cedric Tillman on the way back? Or Austin Ekeler. Let's take Tillman. We already have a little Cleveland piece there with Judkins. Christian Kirk, I was so into him before the draft. They took 2 wide receivers there and pick with the second, third round pick. So it scared me off. But come on, folks, let's be realistic. Do these wide receivers, these rookies that aren't, first rounders, really get that much work at the beginning of the season? No, they don't. We pass up vets all the time that give you points to take the new hotness, when sometimes the new hotness is only hot for like 4 weeks. So Christian Kirk, I'd probably be taking him more in July. Maybe he falls a little bit more in ADP, but I just feel like there's a reason I should be going back that way. But Cedric Tillman, I'm going to lean into Cleveland having to throw the ball way more than they want to, just like they did last year. So he should be a healthy contributor on this team. Jordan Love went after that. Tyler Warren, I don't hate it. I am not taking any Loveland at all this year so far, just as far as rookie tight ends go and where he is. But Tyler Warren, he's going a little bit farther. Actually, his ADP has jumped Loveland in the last week. Yeah, we got Loveland down here. But I don't mind him. I think the Colts should use him in a way that Anthony Richardson won't cap what we actually see from him and his upside. Evan Ingram, if he stays healthy, top 5 in that offense, he very well could be the number 2 pass catcher on that team. He may be vying for number 2 over Cortland Sutton, possibly if RJ Harvey is the number one pass catcher on the team. They got a lot of mouths, but the talented players are, it's a little all over the place. Like, it's Franklin, it's Vele, it's Mills, it's Pat Bryant. So, yeah, I think that he has plenty of opportunities. You think 2 QBs is enough to secure you? I do. In this format, I'm okay with 2 quarterbacks because we have 20 picks. I've been doing a lot more 3 quarterbacks, but I'd be okay with these 2. Like, Purdy's going to give me consistent numbers, and Nix is going to give me spike weeks. So, depending on what falls and what quarterbacks are sitting there, I'm not going to be pressed to get a third. But in drafters, it is one of the best places to be able to get that third quarterback. All right, up next. Damn, do we grab another Cleveland player and David Njoku to get another tight end? Nope, we're going to reach just a little bit. We're going to have Austin Ekeler get us another running back. Y'all asked for me to get another running back, so I did it. And of course, like we said, this is a full PPR site here on Drafters, so I want some pass-catching running backs. And Austin Ekeler, I don't see a huge difference between him and Brian Robinson in a full PPR setup. Yeah, Robinson's going to have way more touchdowns. He's going to light it up there, but again, it's the pass catching that we're looking at here. Biggest bust at every position. All right. Do we say Saquon Barkley just because of the Madden curse? Does that knock him down? No, let's not take cheap shots there. James Cook, I don't hate his ADP, but I'm just really not into him right now. I'm kind of a full fade on him this year. Wide receiver. Who am I going to pick on? I want to say Terry McLaurin, just, that regression's coming in the touchdown department, but ADP reflects it. We're not jumping and frothing at the mouth to go to pick him. And then tight end, Colson Loveland, I was just talking about him. He's going in the top 12 of tight ends. Don't like it. I do not like it. Sam Laporta, I don't like it. 4. He's usually been at 4. I don't like him. Hawkinson, I don't mind it. I'm just not a middle tight end guy. If I don't get one of the elite top 3s, I'm cool with waiting until we get to Ingrams and beyond. I can make do. Again, especially on drafters with 20 rounds, I can grab 3 to 4 tight ends if I really need it. Yes, Corey knows this drafters deal is it's pretty legit. 100% match up to $100. Cannot get that without a promo code, folks. Who do you think can use Keenan Allen the most? Chargers? Pittsburgh? I guess Chargers don't need him too bad. I guess it depends on how you look at Quentin Johnston. I just think, he would fit seamlessly going back to the Chargers, but I guess probably Pittsburgh at this point. Sticking Aaron Rodgers with another decrepit old guy like Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen still showed he had some stuff last year, but as far as team that really needs a wide receiver, it would probably be them. Maybe the Jets. The Jets could probably use a little bit of help there. But any team that is signing Robert Woods, probably in a position that they need a wide receiver. Alrighty. Isaac Guerrero, I don't hate. Alright. Pat Bryant, do we take him? I think we do. Oh my god, I'm taking all the Denver. This is a Denver draft, folks. It's what we're doing here. I wanted another wide receiver, though. We need to start filling that up. We are looking at 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 6 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. Tight end, Tucker Kraft was probably going to be my next guy. Dalton Kincaid, I'm not a Dalton Kincaid guy at all. You know how many red zone targets he's seen over his last 2 years? Would you be surprised if Foster Moreau saw more than him last year? Yeah. I know Dalton Kincaid's coming out with maybe there's an injury or something going on, so I'm trying to give him some slack, but I don't know. It's just, it's never been me. But if you lean into the tight end, this is the year to do it. It's year 4 for him. It's year 4. Do you know when tight ends break out the most as far as year of age? It's age 25. Guess how old he is? Yeah, he's 25. So, there's plenty of historical data to kind of push up Dalton Kincaid, and his ADP is finally at a spot where it's not bad. If you're drafting him here in around 13, 14, you're not spending an outrageous amount for what could be the number 1 target for a Josh Allen offense, if that even means anything. Ooh, Strange went there. Oh my gosh, there goes the tight ends. Do we take Kyle Pitts? Where y'all think he's going? He's getting traded. He's got to be getting traded. Trade rumors come out, and then he's hurt and misses camp. Come on. He's getting traded. Where is he going? Hopefully not Pittsburgh. Hopefully not Pittsburgh. There goes Quentin Johnston, Jalen Wright. You know what? We were talking about Dak being just stud lead. But Jake Ferguson, what is he? Third at best in targets? Maybe fourth? Kyle Pitts. Zach Ertz is right there. I can get a little bit more Washington love. Maybe some Wan'Dale Robinson. What y'all thinking? Yeah, let's go Pitts. He broke my heart last year. I was finally a Pitts guy last year, and it burned me bad. But you know what? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't the kid that touched the stove multiple times. I got scars to prove it. I touched that stove even though I know it's hot. So give me Kyle Pitts here in the 14th round. We now have multiple players at every position. We're looking at a 2-4-6-2 build. We're going to add another tight end, at least 2 more wide receivers, and maybe 2 more running backs here. Maybe we get a third quarterback. You never know. You never know. Let's go back to Brent here. I just want to win the $2.5 million. Right there with you. Right there with you. Come on. Come on, drafters. Give me some cheat codes to put in there. I want to win the big one. Let's get it. That would be the best. Yeah, freaking would be. Because then I could be playing Best Ball Summers all next summer, too. Just maxing out every tournament I possibly can. Almost certain Lazard going to be a Steeler. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to us. Come on. Because that means that, what's his name's not going to be far behind as Randall Cobb, you know. Mercedes Lewis at age 44 will be signing with the Steelers as well. So they can run that 6 tight end package they want so badly. Rodgers and his garbage wide receivers that follow him. Yep. There you go, man. It's he's made them a lot of money. Like you could see the loyalty why they're loyal to the guy. He passes out quite a bit of coin to his friends, that's for sure. We got BHS Cardinal coming in here. Pitts is a good late round grab. Don't hate it. Yeah, at this point it's all dart throws. I mean, Kyle Pitts, as bad as he was last year, he still had multiple weeks in the top 12 last year. You know, I want to say he had 4 in the top, or 4 weeks he was in the top 12 in the first 6 weeks. So it's not too shabby. You're not going to get a world beater anytime you take a late round tight end. There's only so many guys, and usually only the top 6 overall in the season actually crushes. So yeah, I'm not looking for a lot. If Pitts can give me 4 startable weeks, that's good. It's good in my book. Roschon? Talking about Roschon Johnson, Tyler? Hell yeah, we're going to click that button. Cannot wait for... Oh, does he fall? Does he fall? Because, yeah, we already talked about the feelings for Will Shipley. If you're leaning into Saquon Barkley not playing this year, getting hurt, or not finishing out the season, yeah, Will Shipley might not be a bad click, but does that mean he's going to replicate what Saquon did? Probably not. You know, DeAndre Swift, not a great running back, you know, good athlete, but not a great running back, but he still looked pretty decent. But Will Shipley's not even as good as DeAndre Swift, so what truly is a ceiling even if he gets that option? Roschon Johnson sitting there. I think that's where we're going to go. Alec Pierce in other formats, I do like, or like Underdog especially, I like Alec Pierce just for the boom games. But over here in the full PPR site, I might even go... Nah, let's not say 80 Mitchell. Let's not go crazy here, folks. Let's go ahead and grab Roschon Johnson, get our 5th running back. So far, running backs, we've got CMC, RJ Harvey, Quinshon Judkins. We've got Ekeler, and then Johnson. It's not a bad balance. We've got 2 very old players in Ekeler and CMC, and then we got a bunch of rookies, and I guess Roschon's a 3rd-year player, but close enough. Rookie contract. Hunter Henry goes after that. That's a guy I've been clicking a little bit. I just wish his ADP was back a little farther, because how many games is he truly going to give me that are like spike weeks? You know, he may give me a few startable weeks, but I just don't know if he's going to spike anything at all for me. J.K. Dobbins, he hasn't officially signed with the Broncos. I just don't know where I'm at with that one. Lewis, what you got for me? Rodgers like Adam Sandler bringing all his unfit friends to another movie team. Except Rodgers isn't as likable as Adam Sandler. That's just the biggest issue there. Rodgers just doesn't make me laugh. I mean, we laugh at him, but not so much with him anymore, you know? Yeah, Sandler. I saw the preview for Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, I feel old. I was alive for the first one coming out, so. Ooh. But do I prefer Neighbors or Nico? That's an easy Neighbors. Especially in full PPR, it's going to be easily Neighbors. Half PPR might be a little bit closer, but right now I'm trying to get Nico up in my rankings a little bit. He's not quite as high as I'd want him to be. 6 wide receivers, we're probably going to grab one here. I really want to grab Michael Wilson. Darius Slayton just got another bag, continues to get paid. Demario Douglas might be in the mix, but let's go Michael Wilson. I think this offense is going to be a little bit better. You hear the coaches talking about the scheme a little bit more. Hopefully we're going to evolve, maybe some talks of some pre-snap motion, maybe some play action passes, because that's when Kyler succeeds the best. When you can get motion in there, when you can get play action, that's when Kyler can truly crush it. When he's got a little bit more room, and it doesn't look like he's, standing there behind a wall. Because you got to remember, he's a little guy. He can't see over some of those big linemen. So when he gets a cleaner pocket, when he gets them pulled back, when they're not in his face, he throws a better deep ball. But lately, it's just not been as great. I'm going to go Neighbors again. For whatever reason it is. I am on team regression for the Lions this year. I've also never been a huge advocate for Amon-Ra. If I can say these, folks, there's a safe spot here on Too Much Best Ball. It's going to be a little vulnerable here with you. But something about the Sun God just doesn't excite me. He's great. He is one of the best in the league right now at what he does. But for some reason, I just don't get excited clicking him. Like, if he was my second round pick, abso-freaking-lutely, I would love me some Amon-Ra. But for whatever reason, I just don't get excited clicking him in the first round as my stud wide receiver. And he's proven to be an outlier over the last couple of years, but I think a lot of that has been situation, and I think the situation has changed. So give me Neighbors. And good Lord, Neighbors look good with a myriad of quarterbacks. Like, it was horrible, the quarterback play that Neighbors got, and he still absolutely crushed it. So, needless to say, he's going to get the targets no matter what. I'm all over there. Neighbor just gives me Jamar vibes. Yeah, 100%. Maybe it's the LSU Tiger on him, maybe it's not, but it's they've got something down there in the water there in LSU. Between them and Ohio State, which one's better? Come on. Who's better, LSU or Ohio State? We got some college football lovers in there. Somebody wants to spark up a debate because I don't really know who I'd pick. But yeah, Neighbors is just, he's the new hotness. I'm all about it, and he just seems foolproof at this point. Oh, man. It's ugly when you see DeAndre Hopkins, a Baltimore Raven, going in the draft here. Folks, this is where we're throwing darts. Toss them left and right. We need to get ourselves a third tight end. Don't exactly feel overly comfortable with what we have there. Woody Marks, with the signing of Chubb, I wonder if we see his ADP drop a little bit. He might become a value here in these late rounds. So we need a tight end, one more wide receiver, and maybe we do one of each. Maybe we'll go one of each, folks. I like that. As far as going deep, I got kind of a guy that we can go at any position deep, so it's going to be looking for, what do we get here on the back-to-back? I like Marshawn Lloyd at running back. I was going to say Woody Marks. Tutu Atwell, I don't mind. Oh, man, it's ugly, folks. There's Tesla. There we go. Tyler, you still in? I got you. If he's not there, I'm taking A.D. Mitchell, and you can't stop me. Yeah. Let's go Marshawn Lloyd. I was a huge believer in Marshawn Lloyd last year, and I don't think I was wrong. And you know why I can say that? Because of the injury. Because of those freaking injuries. We got LSU. Hey, folks, there was the poll. I said LSU or Ohio State. Mr. Magic took it all with the win for LSU. Brashard Smith, yeah, I don't mind it. A seventh-round running back, I hate to get myself more excited about it than I should because it's like, oh, seventh-round running backs, the chance of them hitting or nothing. Oh, but look at the guy he's taking over for. It's Pacheco. He was a seventh. It's just too much for us replicating the storyline that I want to swerve out of the way of it. But 100%, he has just as any chance of coming out of this offense. They also have Elijah Mitchell, who they traded for, and then Kareem Hunt. So, if anything, who knows if there's actually a front runner that comes out of this offense, somebody that really like just takes the job. It could be 2 and 3 running backs working at it, kind of like beheading themselves for most of this. All right, coming back, we got Tutu Atwell. I don't mind taking. There's going to be a third wide receiver that pops up. Puka Nacua, we've seen him hampered with injuries. Devontae Adams continues to get older, just like most of us do. So if any of those miss some time, we saw Tutu Atwell last year and the year before kind of plug in and give us some ancillary roles within these best ball drafts. So maybe he's on the target. Dontavian Wicks. Do we really want to play that game? We played that game last year, folks. All of the metrics, how he's great, yards per route run, this, and that, but the boy can't catch. He is a worse draft capital version of Quentin Johnston, it seems like. So, I don't know. I'll kick the tires at some point, but maybe not here. Gross. All right, we're going wide receiver here, folks. What are we doing? Tutu Atwell, A.D. Mitchell, or Isaac Tesla? JSN or Garrett Wilson in redraft. My heart says Garrett Wilson there, but what are you doing, Brian? We got to pick. All right, anybody have any thoughts on Tesla, A.D. Mitchell, or Tutu Atwell? Because if y'all let me pick, I might go with my heart and go A.D. Mitchell. You know what? That's what we do here. We take shots. Boom! I'm taking A.D. Mitchell. Taking A.D. Mitchell because you know what? If it's Daniel Jones, then maybe we have a chance at something happening here. I don't know. Probably a waste of foot pick there. There are 4 wide receivers on that team that are fighting for it. Now we got 2 tight ends. So as I say this, I'm kind of talking myself out of it. But there were some good metrics, man. There was a lot of bad balls going his way, some drops, some weird, freaky stuff. I don't know. We're gonna take it. We're gonna see how the cookie crumbles there anyway. So 80 Mitch probably should have taken Tutu. Probably should have taken Tutu looking back at it. So tight end, where are we going? Tavian Sanders has my interest. Terrence Ferguson does. Noah Gray. Hey, Alan Lazard, future Pittsburgh Steeler right there. What else? Cole Kmet. Watch this dude have 4 weeks in a row where he scores a touchdown and is fantasy relevant, just like he does every freaking year. Taysom Hill, what is he, 36, coming off an ACL tear, and I believe he's tore 2 ligaments. I'm seeing him being traded in dynasty leagues, and I want nothing of it. I just want nothing of it. Sean Tucker there at running back. Ben Sinnott. Do we really kick the tires there? Do we take him as our last pick? Oh, Westbrook Akine. Shh, don't tell anybody I clicked that, okay? Shh, don't tell anybody. And then Jackson Dart's there as well. We could grab ourselves another quarterback. You want to do it? Somebody was hassling me about taking another quarterback. Do I take Jackson Dart? Oh, Tutu Atwell. Might fall to us anyway, folks. So 2 picks left. I really want a wide receiver as one of them. So tight end or quarterback. It's got to be a tight end as one of those picks. So, all right, wide receiver, we're looking at Ladd. We got Marv, Tyreek, Pearsall, Tillman, Bryant, and Michael Wilson, and A.D. Mitchell. You think we can be good on wide receivers? Do we take a tight end and a quarterback or a tight end and wide receiver? Look at this, folks. I need your help. That's why I'm going back and forth. I'm wavering. And this is best ball. There's no waivers in best ball. Guess we'll just have to wait for a pick to pop up, and that'll be what really happens. If Loveland gets hurt, Kmet is legit upside. The Brussels sprout tight end. It's not just that. I don't even think Loveland has to get hurt for Kmet to be good. There's so much of it plays into. They've got 3 wide receivers. They've got a couple of running backs back there. Like, it's just so much. Oh, let's take Jatavian Sanders. Let's get that tight end we want. Tommy Tremble, yeah, it's early in the season, but he's hurt. He got brought in. He's a lot of the running or the blocking tight end. Jatavian Sanders looked good last year. Second-year tight end coming out of Texas. We saw some prominent upside until that hit. I don't know if y'all remember. He got hit, and he got flipped. He got flipped upside down, landed on his head and neck area, so he was out for a bit. He got some promise. They spent day 2 draft capital. I believe he was a 3rd-round pick. I don't think they had a second last year. Oh, yeah, they traded that to the Bears. Dummies. So, yeah, Jatavian Sanders. And the last pick, do we take Jackson Dart? Do we grab just an upside quarterback with rushing ability? Or do I get another wide receiver? Because Tutu Atwell is still there. So nobody wants him for whatever reason. And then Nick Westbrook-Akine. Look, call me crazy. The dude had 7 touchdowns in 8 weeks. I know this because my co-host on my other podcast would not let me forget it. Yes, Mario Adamo Jr., the waiver wire wizard, was heckling me all of the end of last season about that Westbrook-Akine, and I wouldn't do it. So if John gets traded down there in Miami, Nick Westbrook-Akine becomes the third. Oh, shoot. I guess he's the fourth pass catcher with Achane. But if that happens there, if we get an injury to Waddle, which very well could happen, if Tyreek gets bummed up, I do like that late round pick. But to ease those hearts that were so worried about me getting another quarterback, let's go ahead and take Jackson Dart here. Lock up our quarterback position to make sure that we are, just in case injuries happen, because it does. But that's the team. We got it locked in, folks. Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, and Jackson Dart at QB. A couple of week 14 buys, so it really doesn't help you there. Bo Nix will be my guy on week 14. But all three have rushing upside. One way more than the other, but two of the three are going to be on great teams this year. Running back, we've got CMC, RJ Harvey, Quinshawn Judkins, Austin Ekeler, Roschon Johnson, and Marshawn Lloyd. Wide receiver, we've got Ladd McConkey, Marv, Tyreek Hill, Ricky Pearsall, Cedric Tillman, Pat Bryant, Michael Wilson, and A.D. Mitchell. Might have been the worst pick in the draft there. Way to go, Colts fan. And then tight ends, we've got Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts, and Jatavian Sanders. Folks, you might have just been a part of history here. You might have just been a part of Brian taking down the championship team here on the Drafters $2.5 million contest. Yeah, if you want more of that, folks, make sure you're coming over here to Drafters, hanging out with us, because we're going to continue this magic all summer long. It's so much fun over there. Those last 2 picks mean so much to me. Just being able to, completely change up the build you want and how you're going to go about that. So, again, if you want to be a part of the initial fun, if it's your first time coming over to Drafters, that sign-up code is FSAN. That is how you get a 100% match up to $100. Yes, it's typically only a 50% match, but if you hop on there, FFAN, either one of those work to get you up to the 100% match. Folks, it's been fun. It's been a lovely, lovely Sunday evening. I can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with me, chit-chatting with me, helping me make these picks, watching me full tilt, but it's been a great time. I've had a blast. It's too much best ball, too much fantasy football, whatever you want to call it, over here on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. We're dropping shows constantly over here on the YouTube page, so make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting us with the comments, letting us know where we went wrong, where we screwed up, and, every now and then, thanks, if you can. But, other than that, we'll see you next week. We got another live draft coming, and, of course, more fun for me and Brennan on Too Much Fantasy Football. So until next time, folks, I'm Too Much Brian. It's at Too Much Brian on everything but Twitter. Twitter's at @too much_Brian. Other than that, folks, I'll see you next time.